London Shadows, The Case of the Stockwell Strangler, Part 2. Welcome to Ontario Cold Cases, Canada's true crime podcast, where we dig deep into the stories of some of the most elusive and dangerous criminals in modern history. I'm Jay Nicoll of Nicoll Investigations, and in today's episode, we're looking into one of the UK's most disturbing serial killers. Join us as we explore how justice was finally served and the lasting impact of these horrific crimes on the community. Stockwell, a district in inner south London within the borough of Lambeth, was once known as one of London's poorer areas. However, in recent years, its proximity to central London and excellent transport links have transformed it into a rising neighborhood. In the summer of 1986, a little-known and often overlooked killer haunted South London, targeting one of society's most vulnerable groups, the elderly. Over a chilling 17-week spree, this killer claimed the lives of at least 7 pensioners in horrifyingly brutal ways. Palm prints linking the Stockwell Strangler to 2 crime scenes identified Kenneth Erskine, a 24-year-old burglar and drifter living between squats in Brixton and Stockwell. Erskine, known for his transient lifestyle, had left his last known address in Brixton months earlier, and his whereabouts were uncertain. Investigations revealed that Erskine regularly collected unemployment benefits every Monday at Keyworth House, a South London social security office. Staff there, familiar with Erskine due to his quiet and timid demeanor, had nicknamed him the Whisperer. On July 28, 1986, officers staked out Keyworth House, and Erskine was arrested without resistance when he arrived to sign in. He was taken to Clapham Police Station for questioning. Authorities believed they had their suspect. But who was Kenneth Erskine? Kenneth Erskine's troubled beginnings. Born on July 1, 1962 in Hammersmith, Erskine was the eldest of 4 children. His mother Margaret was English and his father Charles was Antiguan. The Erskine family lived in a council flat in Putney, but the household was far from stable. Erskine and his siblings spent time in care homes or foster placements due to family instability. After his parents' divorce in the mid-1970s, neighbors recalled Erskine as a cheerful boy with an interest in the Bible. However, his behavior changed dramatically following the divorce. Erskine became uncontrollable, bullying younger children and attacking them unprovoked. His violent tendencies escalated during his time at schools for maladjusted children. He stabbed a teacher, held a psychiatric nurse hostage with scissors, pushed a fellow student off a moving bus, and started a fire that damaged one school. He even attempted to drown other children during a swimming trip, requiring staff intervention. Efforts to discipline Erskine failed, and attempts to show him kindness were met with disturbing behaviors, such as exposing himself or engaging in inappropriate acts. A life of crime and homelessness. At 16, Erskine's family cast him out after he twice attempted to hang his younger brother and encouraged him to use drugs. With no familial ties, Erskine descended into London's cardboard city, squatting in abandoned properties in Brixton and Stockwell. He began abusing drugs and alcohol, funding his habits through petty burglaries. While Erskine was an experienced burglar, he was often caught and spent time in Feltham Young Offenders Institution. There he displayed disturbing artwork depicting elderly people being brutally murdered. Against doctors' recommendation, Erskine was released in 1982 and returned to his nomadic existence, funding his drug use through crime. By 1986, Erskine began his killing spree, targeting at least 7 elderly victims. Despite being homeless, he managed to open multiple building society accounts, depositing proceeds from his burglaries. Up next, the arrest and investigation. The arrest and investigation. Police linked Erskine's palm prints to 2 murder scenes, and after his arrest, used his photographs to appeal for witnesses. The critical lead came from Denise Keena, who had encountered a man with a disturbing expression near Putney Bridge on the night Florence Tisdale was murdered. Denise identified Erskine in the lineup, as did Fred Prentice, who survived an attack by the Strangler. Erskine was charged with 7 murders and the attempted murder of Prentice. His trial at the Old Bailey began on January 12, 1988. Despite clear forensic evidence and witness testimonies, Erskine denied all charges, claiming another person committed the murders after he burgled the homes. Conviction and sentence. On January 29, 1988, Erskine was found guilty on all counts and sentenced to life imprisonment with a minimum of 40 years. The judge described his crimes as chilling horror and noted his sadistic tendencies. Erskine showed little remorse, later telling a prison officer, "I'm nice and cozy inside, and don't give a damn if I ever come out." Mental health and diminished responsibility. In 2009, Erskine's convictions were reduced to manslaughter due to diminished responsibility. Psychiatrists testified that he suffered from schizophrenia, significantly impairing his responsibility for the murders. He was transferred to Broadmoor Hospital, where he remains under indefinite detention. Unanswered questions. Authorities suspect Erskine may have killed more victims, as similar deaths were ruled natural causes at the time. Erskine has never confessed to additional murders, but his impaired memory and mental state leave open the possibility. Why Erskine transitioned from burglar to serial killer remains uncertain. While schizophrenia played a role, his violent tendencies predated his mental illness. Whether he can ever be safely released is a question that continues to haunt the public and legal system. Thank you for listening. This has been Ontario Cold Cases, Canada's True Crime Podcast. Be sure to subscribe and follow us on social media for more updates. Stay safe. Remember, sometimes the truth is stranger and darker than fiction. See you next time.